Top of the morning to ya. I don't know why I just did that.
24 hours later.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
And I promise I will get there, and I have an update for what happened after that as well. What I can tell you up front is that it's not the 2 weeks of training that I had planned. Before I get too far in though, it would mean the world if you would subscribe to the channel and like this video. Hey, you can even drop a comment if you'd like. I'll respond to as many as I can. And there's usually just 1 or 2, so as of now, my response rate is 100%, I think. My goal is to cross that 100 subscriber mark before I run my fall marathon. I'm getting close, but I'm not quite there. All right, let's talk training for the past few weeks, and yes, the injury I sustained. Week 11 started off as normal. I had sort of a deload week on the schedule with a rest day Monday followed by a 5-mile run on Tuesday. I ran this 5-miler on my neighborhood route and felt pretty good throughout with an average heart rate of just 123 and an average pace of 9:54 per mile.
Week 11, day 1. 5 miles today. It's a little bit rainy this morning, so I had to leave the GoPro at home, recording on my iPhone, so the audio might be slightly different. It's finally not 1,000,000 degrees out here, and it's overcast. It's still hard to get out of bed this morning, but glad I made it out.
Wednesday was another 5-mile run, which I took care of in the afternoon since I had an earlier than usual morning at work that day.
Week 11, day 2, a rare afternoon / early evening run. Had to be at work much earlier than usual today, so pushed my run to this evening. And while the kids are watching screens, after they finish their school day, I'm out here running. It's very hot though. 5 miles total today. Okay, I'm only partway through the run, but this is the first run I've had in a while where I just haven't felt quite right. I don't know if it's the heat or the exhaustion from the day. You know, I don't typically run in the afternoon, early evening, but things feel a little wobbly. I didn't bring any water, not my best idea. So I think I'm just feeling a little bit like this is a lost run, but having to stop is never great. I'm gonna try to finish the rest of the run. I got just under 2 miles left to go. Take it slow. The goal is to get the miles in the legs. But yeah, this doesn't feel great. Doesn't feel like my best. But you're gonna have those from time to time. All right, let's see if I can take a breather and then get back to it.
And you might think that with that afternoon run, I'd be done for Wednesday, but I wasn't. I decided to pull a little tiny double. Was this where I went wrong? Was this where everything fell apart? No, it wasn't. But my 8-year-old son was really interested in seeing what his fastest mile time was, so we headed up to the track and gave it a go. And he did really well. His previous best was close to 11 minutes, and he smashed this one at 9:51.
You got this, little buddy. You got this.
And then we get to Thursday. This is the day of the injury. Was it on my run that morning? Well, let's find out.
Top of the morning to ya. I don't know why I just did that. It's week 11, day 3. It's a little cooler outside today, which is nice. Humidity is down just a bit. 5 miles this morning. That's it, 5 miles finished. Not bad today. Felt pretty good. Glad to have it in the bank. On to the next one.
Tricked you. The injury did not happen on my run. In fact, I was feeling pretty good after that run. So what exactly did happen? Well, since I don't have video footage, I'll do my best to explain. I was with my son walking down a short flight of steps in the afternoon. When we got to the bottom of the staircase, there was a black carpet covering 2 stone slabs. What I couldn't tell from the placement of the black carpet was that the stones were offset. And the problem came when I stepped right where the 2 stones were offset. My left foot turned in ways that feet just shouldn't turn, and I fell to the ground. My son was immediately asking if I was okay, and I was somehow able to get up and hobble to the car, but didn't know how bad it was right away. When it was happening, I imagined I looked like Tom Cruise doing a stunt from Mission Impossible where he broke his ankle. In reality, it was probably much, much less dramatic, perhaps like this.
She was previously nominated in this category for Winter's Bone.
Either way, I knew it wasn't good news. The question at that point was, how bad was it? I immediately thought the worst. But that's typically my thought process in these moments. I was so frustrated with getting injured in the silliest way possible. My first course of action was to slap on a boot that I had from a previous injury. This allowed me to at least move around without pain until I could see a doctor, which thankfully I was able to do the very next morning.
Yeah, not great. Yeah. Hopefully it's not too serious, but not what I was hoping for.
While there, the orthopedist did x-rays and a physical exam. After that, he diagnosed just a grade 1 sprain of the tarsal ligament of the left foot. So no fractures, no swelling, and limited pain. Perhaps the best news of all was that it wasn't my ankle, which I had sprained so badly in 2024. So what to do moving forward? Well, the doctor said to take it little by little and monitor the pain. He advised I wear the boot for a week or so since I already had one, and then reassess after that. So that meant no week 11 Saturday 8-mile run and no week 11 Saturday 13-mile run. It also meant that I'd be starting week 12 basically immobile. For full transparency, I was feeling really down at this point. It was hard going from full send to literally nothing in the blink of an eye, or rather, in a misstep on a step. I was feeling grateful it wasn't worse than it was, but I still didn't have confidence that it was all of a sudden going to be better in a week. I knew I still had an uphill climb if I wanted any chance of running the Wineglass Marathon on October 5th. In my panic, I jumped into the wait list for the Philadelphia Marathon in November on the off chance I had to withdraw from Wineglass, and got selected off the wait list. That's all still TBD right now. While I waited that first week, I did get in a modified strength workout. All right, we are 72 hours post-foot injury. I feel okay enough, I think, to do part or most of the strength training workout that I usually do. There might be part that I can't do, but I'm gonna do my best. And if anything hurts, I'm gonna skip it, but I'm trying to get back to running in just a couple of days. So I figured this might be a good first step. And I was able to get in and see my physical therapist, Annie, who has helped me through 2 tough injuries in the past year. She gave me some good home exercises to strengthen the foot and gave me some more confidence that I might be able to get back out and run sooner rather than later. She gave me a return to running plan, and on Thursday, August 28th, just a week after the injury, I was up at the track to give running a try. I was meant to go only about 2 miles, but my foot felt good, so I pushed to a 5K.
It's been 1 week since my last run. It's been 1 week since the injury, unrelated to that run. It's the first time I'm at a track this entire training block, and I'm here to sort of test out to see how my foot is feeling. I've started physical therapy. My physical therapist gave me a return to running plan. She said, try on the track first. It's flat. It has some challenges with the curves, but it's not too challenging. I don't know. I don't really have an idea of what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna see how it feels. Maybe a mile, maybe 3 miles, probably not. But you gotta start somewhere, and this is where I'm gonna start. Got just over a mile. Feeling okay. I'd say the pain in my left foot, maybe a 2 out of 10. It's not anything huge. Definitely noticeable. Could just be that I haven't used that foot much in a week. I'm gonna be really cautious with it. Try to see especially how it feels after I do this. So day off tomorrow, and see if I want to get back out there on Saturday. Cautiously optimistic, but definitely not out of the woods yet. right, that's it. Just over 3 miles. I think I did a 5K there. All things considered, that felt about as good as I could have hoped for having an injury I thought might be the end of this marathon block last week. The real thing is how I'm gonna recover. So, see how I'm feeling later today and tomorrow. Go from there.
Okay, so that went better than expected, but I knew the real test was going to be how it felt the following day, which I was already set to take off. And I have to say, it felt not bad. We were on vacation at the Finger Lakes in upstate New York, and when Saturday came around, I decided to try for 5 miles on the road there. It's a nearly flat stretch, and the run was surprisingly smooth.
It is week 12, day 2. Yeah, I'm still in my return to running phase after my injury, but I'm not at home. I'm at the Finger Lakes in upstate New York, and I'm just trying my best, seeing how many miles I can get in, not pushing it too hard. I'm actually really pretty close to where the Wineglass Marathon is going to be. So it's kind of nice to be in the general area where I'm going to be. For now, I'm just taking it slow, do my best, enjoying the beautiful views. All right, that's it. I did 5 miles today, which is pretty good, I would say, considering I haven't really been running. Foot feels okay. Definitely feels a little sore, but it doesn't really hurt. Knock on wood. I think the real thing is how is it gonna feel the rest of the day and tomorrow and moving on if I keep continuing to run further and further distances. For now, I'm gonna take that as a win, rest my foot, enjoy the lake.
With a 5-miler in the bag, my original schedule called for the first of 2 20-mile runs in the training block for that Sunday. Coming off the injury though, there was no way I was going to try that kind of distance. I thought I'd be happy if I could do half of that, so I set off Sunday morning for 10 miles.
Week 12, day 3, back out here after yesterday's 5-mile run. Here are the positives. Not too sore in my foot. That's number 1. Number 2, it is like 48 degrees out here at the Finger Lakes in New York, and that is absolutely glorious. I've been waiting for cool weather to run, and I got it. I had my foot wrapped to start this morning. That actually made it hurt more, so I just took the wrap off. Just over a mile in. Not sure how far I'm gonna go. Somewhere between 5 and 10 miles. We'll see how it feels. Just over 3 miles. Feeling okay so far. About to take my first gel and keep on going for as long as I can. Just over 6 miles in, feeling okay so far. My left foot that I injured is actually feeling okay. My right calf though, not feeling the best. Just gonna keep an eye on it. Probably just need a good stretch on it. Take my second gel in just a couple minutes. See how far we go. Okay, that's it. That's just over 10 miles. Wow, the foot held up really well, all things considered. I didn't really even feel it. The wrap was unnecessary. I took it off a mile in. I actually felt way better without it on. Cardio-wise, I don't think my heart rate exceeded 130 beats per minute the entire 10 miles, which is pretty good. Whew. I think a lot of that is due to the weather. It's like just barely in the 50s. Felt good though. So I won't say I'm back all the way, but I'm cautiously optimistic. Rest day tomorrow, and then we'll kick off week 13, see how we're feeling.
So that's it. I was kind of amazed I was able to run 10 miles to close out the week, and that the run itself was nearly pain-free just 10 days after the injury. I was glad to be at the end of a much too eventful 2 weeks of sort of training. The real question is, what now? My training schedule is calling for a 35-mile week in week 13 and a 43-mile week in week 14. If I can accomplish those without any setbacks, I think I'm gonna go for the Wineglass Marathon. If there are hiccups or problems accomplishing that kind of mileage, I may have to make the really hard decision to withdraw from that race and figure something else out. At this point, only time will tell. For now, I'm gonna do everything I can to strengthen my foot and get back to feeling good. As always, and despite the injury, I'm grateful to run and grateful for today. This is Wineglass 359, and this is episode 6. Thanks for watching. See you soon.